So my name is Brandon Hill, and I have been a Marvel fan for about 25 years now. My first introduction to Marvel at all was the X-Men cartoon in the early 1990s. I just saw it for the first time when it aired, was blown away by it, didn't have any idea about these characters before that. And that following Christmas, just a few months later, I was given my first action figure, Wolverine, that Toy Biz made, and a comic book, which was X-Men #1, one of the biggest selling comic books of all time. I received both of those for Christmas, and this was opened up a whole new world for me, especially when it came to not only enjoying them, but collecting. So I've got 2 filing cabinets full of comic books. Got a question published. My name is in one of Marvel's comics, which means the world to me. This is the only comic I have 2 versions of, one that I can read, one that never gets touched. And then I have no prize from that, actually, which I know is a coveted Marvel item. And I actually got the chance to meet Stan in Dallas at one of the conventions. That was the closest he was going to come to me. It's about 6 hours away. So I left here. My son was 2 weeks old, and I drove 6 hours and spent the night in Dallas in order to see him the next day. And my wife is still with me. It's she was very supportive of it, but it was huge. It was a huge deal for me to meet him. I have his autograph on Avengers number 16, the old order to change it. I've got his signature on the front, so that was a very important artifact for me. After collecting for many, many years and watching all the cartoons, at that time, movies were a far-fetched idea that they'd be Marvel movies. When those came out and the superhero movie boom started, it was a very exciting time. I can remember what that was like and seeing the change in pop culture and in movies that was bringing about. But nothing like when Marvel started their own movies. My wife and I had actually just started dating when Iron Man came out, and she came to see it with me, and we have not missed a movie since. Always go the night before the preview showing on Thursday night for every one of the movies, and nowadays we actually take my son with us. He's about 5 years old, and he's blown away by him. He loves the movies. I think one of the most impressive things that they're doing is seeing how they're structuring their movie and their movie universe like a comic book series. That is one of the neatest aspects that they've seen, and I love exploring that more deeply as much as I can, because you can really see a love for the comics and the source material. I enjoy talking about these things with fellow comic book fans who know the source material, with people who know more about the movie industry and movie making, because it touches so many facets, so much more than people see on the surface. So I think what I bring to this is not only a love of comic books, specifically a love of Marvel. I'm a Marvel fan from way back, but also an interest and a love of movies and how those two have blended together.